When you're ready.
Hi, I'm Ruben, a 23-year-old filmmaker and curious food nerd. And if there's one thing that I hate more than anything in the world, it's food waste. While staying at home with my parents, I decided to make it my mission to better understand Britain's relationship with food waste. This is What a Waste. Food waste is a difficult issue. I find myself guilty throwing away food that definitely still could have been used. Whether that's a parsnip in the back of the fridge, or those bananas I left out for a little bit too long. But as bad as it is us throwing away food, something I find really frustrating is when perfectly good food is thrown away on an industrial scale. Supermarkets alone throw away enough edible food every year that could feed the entire population of Manchester for 2 years. That's 150 million meals thrown away. And at a time where 6 million adults in the UK are struggling to afford food, it left me thinking, there must be a better way of doing this. But what if there was an opportunity for people to collect this food from the supermarkets and redistribute it to the community? That idea is called a community fridge, and it's already a reality in communities across the country. I heard I've got one down the road, so I thought I'd pop down to see how these projects work firsthand.
Right, so I'm heading to the Three Parishes Community Fridge, an amazing initiative where they collect food from the supermarkets that would otherwise be heading into landfill, and they lay it out for people to collect.
Last thing at night, we go in and collect anything that's not been sold that would end up in landfill, and we then distribute it out. We do family parcels, so again that gets done before it even comes out. So we know whatever's over here is free for everybody. We have no criteria. It is open to anybody and everybody that would like, that can stop this from going to waste.
How do you feel when you see people collect that food?
It's amazing, to be honest with you. I think my husband worded it better than I did. He said, Kerry, you have no idea how proud I am of you. He said, when I drive past here and that queue, he said, and you've done that. I don't see it like that. I just see it as, I'm just trying to do a nice thing for people. But it is very warming, I must admit. It's nice to know that everybody feels the pinch of the pennies, and some people might not want to admit it, but it all helps. No matter what, it all helps. Whether it's just taking a bit of sweet, some potatoes, a loaf of bread, whatever you take. It's saving it from landfill, and two, it's saving a few pennies in your pocket. And people are trying to be a bit more adventurous with what they're cooking. They'll try new things, and it's free of charge. So,
No idea what this is, but give it a try. Do you find people end up eating food that they would never normally eat?
So some of the vegetables that we've had, I've looked at and gone, wow, I've never, and I'm like, let's Google it, let's put some recipes on the Facebook page and people will try it. So yeah, absolutely.
But just think, it's all going to waste. It's just all going to go to waste.
What about a New York pastrami?
Oh, I know, love that.
Your finger on it. Italian prosciutto, style chicken baguette. Just for you, someday.
Thank you. Oh, look at that! What a success! Wow, that was so much fun. What a place, some amazing people, and so much food. And just to think all of that food was going to be thrown into landfill. I mean, in all honesty, the whole thing was a bit of a blur. People were just throwing food in, there was so much stuff. So now, I think it's time I go back and find out what exactly I got. Right, I mean, look at this amazing display of food. There is so much food, and just to think, it was all going to go to waste. It's not cost me a penny. I collected all of this food for free, and just to think there's so much stuff. We've got fruit, vegetables, we've got bread, we've got all sorts of things. We've got shiitake mushrooms, mint, I mean flowers. It's amazing. I mean, all of this stuff was going to be thrown away, so now it's just my challenge to try and do something with it.
Now, there's far more food here than I could ever eat on my own, which really goes to show how much food goes to waste. But rather than letting it rot in my fridge, I've decided my best plan would be to start cooking up some meals, calling on some help from friends and family for a shared feast to enjoy the food properly and to make sure it's all put to good use. Considering the massive inload and variety of veg, I've decided to keep my dishes veggie. I'm no chef, but I'm attempting to make a variety of salads, peeling and roasting the veg alongside a bean chili with a side of cheesy wild garlic bread and some swede and potato mash for a tasty and nutritious meal for my guests. Now, a feast of this size could be complete without a showstopper pud, so my mum suggested to pull out the wartime classics, using the old stale bread to make a hot cross bun bread and butter pudding, and my grandma's favourite dessert, the queen of puddings, complete with a layer of jam that my dad made with the strawberries we collected. Oh, and of course I had to learn my mum's famous banana cake. Now, I think it's almost time for the feast, and a few guests have arrived, so it's just a few more finishing touches, and of course, time to break out the beers. It's amazing to think at the heart of all these recipes were people who, like me, were simply trying to reduce waste, whether that was through creativity or necessity. And it's shown me that when you slow down and give time to ingredients that might otherwise be overlooked, the potential can be extraordinary. I'm really looking forward to one of my guests trying the food. This is Fiona. I have her to thank as she introduced me to the community fridge. I think it's time to dig in. Seeing everyone's face as we laughed, smiled and scoffed our way through dinner made me appreciate that it is really up to us to decide what is waste and what isn't. And sometimes all it takes is giving it a second chance. In all honesty, I'm quite proud. Before going to the community fridge, I would have never thought I could make so many tasty and nutritious dishes from using wasted ingredients. Food that normally I would have reluctantly thrown away.
Wow! So where's this jam from?
What is this?
So that is called the Queen of
But what I didn't prepare for is to witness how community fridges serve so much more than just redistributing wasted food. I have experienced what Kerry discovered, that this wasted food not only brings people together, but gives you the opportunity to use food in ways you never normally would.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ribs. Thank you for this. No waste. No waste.
No waste.
Right, that was a massive success. Everyone seemed incredibly happy, their bellies full, and just to think that was food that was going to be thrown in landfill. It was just going to be thrown and wasted. But thanks to Kerry and her amazing team of volunteers, that food just fed us for the next week. Absolutely incredible. And just remember that that's just one of the community fridges found all across the UK. There are some amazing people doing some amazing things with food waste. And personally, I've learnt loads. I've realised that next time I look at my sprouting spuds or some stale bread, I'll have to think, maybe I could use it. Maybe I could do something with it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.